There have been some iconic and beloved finishers in pro wrestling history, but while some finishes are wonderful to witness, they're actually inflicting a considerable amount of pain on the wrestler giving the move. Over the years, a number of wrestlers have spoken at length about the pain their move causes them, and sometimes this has even led to the wrestler abandoning their finishing move altogether. Join us now as we look at 10 iconic finishes that wrestlers regret doing. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new channel, Wrestlelamia Shorts. Number 10. The Diving Headbutt. The innovator of the Diving Headbutt finishing move, that being wrestling legend Harley Race, spoke extensively in his later years about the impact of his finishing move. Race revealed that the move can cause severe damage to the spine and neck and can even lead to brain damage. Race sent a firm warning to young wrestlers in relation to using this move, but it looks like his message hasn't got across yet. Since Race introduced the move, names such as Daniel Bryan and Chris Benoit have both used the move, and there appears to be no sign of the move going out of fashion, as a number of wrestlers in seemingly every major company enjoy using the infamous Diving Headbutt. This is worrying, and it's likely going to take a wrestler such as Bryan Danielson speaking out against the move to influence any significant change. Number 9. The Stunner. Stone Cold Steve Austin's finishing move, the Stone Cold Stunner, was the perfect move for Austin. It won him countless WWE titles and was incorporated in some of the most celebrated moments in WWE history. However, when you actually examine the Stunner, it's easy to see that it hurts a lot more than the wrestler taking the move. Austin has to, in essence, take a bump on his backside, and doing this every night for years on end is going to lead to serious damage. This is especially the case as Austin himself was notoriously struggling with injuries throughout his career, and the Stunner being chosen as his finishing move certainly wouldn't have eased the burden on him. Austin has admitted on his podcast in the past that when his back was giving him problems, he used to cringe at the thought of using the Stunner, but he does state that he still thinks his Stunner is up there with one of the best finishers of all time. Number 8. The Tombstone Piledriver. Whilst the Tombstone Piledriver looks to be a safe move to take as a wrestler, that being as long as the Undertaker or the wrestler giving the move doesn't spike their opponent on their head, it's still ultimately hurting the wrestler giving the move. The move has caused problems for the dead man throughout his career, and the move is the reason for his chronic knee pain. The issue with the move is that the person delivering the move has to take the bump right on their knees, and over time this is going to cause damage, especially if you're wrestling for decades on end. Number 7. The Shooting Star Press. One of the most popular aerial finishing moves in wrestling is the Shooting Star Press. The move shows insane athleticism, but should only be used if a wrestler delivering the move knows they can land it safely. The move can go dangerously wrong, and even if it's landed correctly, the wrestler delivering the move is still going to get hurt and can lead to them even getting winded or even injuring their knees. The dangers of the move were on full display in 2003 when Brock Lesnar infamously botched the Shooting Star Press at Wrestlemania 19. This was a move that Lesnar had done several times in OVW, but when it came to doing it on the grandest stage of them all, it went horribly wrong. Lesnar landed on his head, and there was serious concern that he had broken his neck. Thankfully, Lesnar was able to escape the botch with just a concussion, and this would mark the last time Lesnar would even attempt the move in WWE. Number 6. The Pedigree. Knee injuries are scarily common in the wrestling world, and one finishing move that certainly doesn't reduce them is the Pedigree. The Pedigree sees the person delivering the move take a bump, with most of the impact going on their knees. Over time, this is going to cause damage to the knee and could even lead to surgery in the long run. This likely explains why wrestlers such as Seth Rollins, who previously used the move as their finisher, now save the move for special occasions, specifically major matches. The Pedigree isn't a good finisher for a wrestler with established knee problems, and with Rollins suffering a career-altering knee injury in 2015, the Pedigree being used sporadically is without a doubt a sensible move. Number 5. Diving Leg Drop. Matt Hardy used a top rope leg drop throughout his multi-decade-long career, but this finishing move has caused Hardy extensive problems. Hardy has revealed that using the move, in particular using the move from the top of the steel cage in 2005, has led his lower back and pelvis fusing together. This has seriously hindered Hardy's in-ring performances, as it's clear that he isn't the wrestler he once was. Hardy is still active as an in-ring talent competing in AEW, and he's adapted his in-ring style to accommodate for this ongoing injury. The move does seem to be slowly fizzling out of modern wrestling, with it only being used on rare occasions in major North American-based promotions, which seems like the smart move based on the severity of Hardy's injuries. Number 4. The Leg Drop. Speaking of the leg drop, the man who made the move famous, that being the immortal Hulk Hogan, has spoken in great depth about his regrets in relation to using the move. According to Hogan, using the move throughout his career has led to a multitude of back issues, and he's been forced to have back surgery on a number of occasions. Speaking to the LA Times in 2019, the Hall of Famer stated, "Everyone says they wouldn't change anything about their life. If I could change anything, it would be my finisher. I would never use a leg drop. I'd use a sleeper. All the back surgeries I've had because of that damn leg drop. I had scoliosis, brother. Dropping that leg for 35 years did me in. I said I had the largest arms in the world, and I should have used a sleeper hold or another finisher with my arms." Number 3. The Frog Splash. The Frog Splash has been used by some of the top names in wrestling, such as Eddie Guerrero and Rob Van Dam, but one thing that's always been clear about the move, it leads to the wrestler delivering the move to be in severe pain. The move usually involves the wrestler landing on their elbows and knees, and taking this high impact bump for years is going to lead to wear and tear on the body. The move isn't just called high risk as a marketing tool, it truly is high risk. For instance, Eddie Guerrero's first match in WWE, he dislocated his elbow performing the Frog Splash. Then fast forward to 2022, Logan Paul injured himself performing the move onto the announce table. It can be a dangerous move that wrestlers need to perform with severe caution. Number 2. The Swanton Bomb. Now, one of the reasons that Jeff Hardy's in-ring work resonated with fans was that his finisher stood out for all the right reasons. Hardy's Swanton Bomb finishing move acted as an emphatic and often entertaining end to Hardy's matches, and the move became synonymous with Hardy's career. However, although the move is often graceful upon execution, it's caused problems for Hardy, and it only appears to be getting worse as he's getting older. Hardy revealed in a 2022 interview in the ad-free show Media Scrum that the move has hurt more and more as his career has progressed, and he's admitted that as he's got older, it's much harder to control the move and subsequently control his landing. And number 1, the RKO. The RKO is one of the most famous finishes in WWE, and Randy Orton has managed to make the move iconic. Unfortunately, the credibility of the move aside, the move does in fact hurt Orton when delivering it, and he's had strong regrets about picking the move up as his finisher. Speaking to Fox 2 now, this is what the multi-time champion had to say. "I've been doing it for a very long time, and I kinda wish I could go back in time and create a finishing move that didn't entail me jumping as high as I can and landing on my back. After doing that a couple of thousand times over the last few decades, I'm starting to feel it." Orton's documented back problems led to Orton taking an extended leave of absence from WWE in 2022, and Orton would even be forced to have back surgery, which put the in-ring future of one of the most popular wrestlers of the modern era in serious jeopardy. But there you have it, folks, 10 iconic finishes that WWE wrestlers regret doing. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.